Hello, Wendy Antonucci here, and today I am designing a 20-minute page with Bella Boulevard. Now, I will let you know that I've already cut things out and I've already picked some papers. Let's see, here is the Wish Big. This is the boy. It has the cake on the other side. I've already cut out some stars with the new cut files in the Oh My Stars collection. And what actually happened was a very happy accident. I had put all of these cut files on one page and I made them look nice, not overlapping, but I had no other thought than let me just cut these out and see what happened. When I did, and I actually brought these pieces over because I thought I would use the happy or the hip hip hooray. But when I laid this down and the pictures that I've been waiting to scrapbook, I realized it covered that side up, and this was a really neat design that went with this. I also really realized for a 20-minute page, I'm just about done. So I decided to go with this idea. I tried some other papers, but the green, even though it's not really in my pictures, it is in the grass, it just makes my pictures pop. So I decided to stick with the green as a background underneath my white. I like to use white because you can add anything you want to it. And to me, it's a little less busy. I did try some other ones, but this is what I'm gonna stick with. Now, my boy has on a turquoise shirt, and I had out a strip of this left over, and I've been playing with it, and I thought I wanted to use it. But now that I have this design, I went and got one of the bigger pieces. Now this again is from the Oh My Stars collection. And I'm thinking, see, there's that. I'm just covering it up. I want to bring in another color, so I'm thinking I can just put that there and then my boy's picture. So now I've got that teal color and I've covered up the parts that I'm not using on my cut file. So I am almost done. So let's go ahead and get this down. I like to use lots of pictures when I scrapbook. I have 6 kids, so I don't have time for a one picture page. Once in a while I will. But the majority of the time I have quite a few pictures on there. And this is no different. I had multiple pictures of my son. Some were better than others, and here's another one that didn't quite make the cut. Basically, I just didn't have any more room. So I like to find designs that are rather simple, but I can put down a lot of the memory. And that's just how I like to scrap. Maybe that'll change as I have less pictures to scrap with my children. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is down, but I'm going to just go ahead and tape this down so it doesn't move around. I like to use an ATG gun. I've used it for, oh goodness, probably 12 years now, and I love it. It's one of the best things I've ever bought. I did actually have to buy another one a few years ago. The old one just kicked the bucket, so I didn't know that could happen. So I'm just gonna hear this down and try to get everything to line up somewhat. All right, there we go. So there's the basic design, okay? Now, this is a lot of green. So what I'm going to do now, I cut out, using the Oh My Stars collection, a bunch of stars. I did, when I took them off my, the sticky back, I actually sorted them for their size so that hopefully I can figure this out pretty quickly. So I'm gonna just play with this. I know this is one of the big ones. This will not be there, but I do like the blue, so that's one of the reasons I put that in there. And I do want more blue, so let's see here. Does this fit? Nope, that one's too big. So I think the hardest part here will be fitting them back in the spot. So there we go, that'll go there. And let's see here, I'd like to get in some red. I cut out some black, and while I do want to use that, I don't want it to be the focus of my page. So I'm probably just going to throw in a few little black ones. Nothing that would take your eye away from the rest of the design. So I'm going to go ahead and do those now. I wanted the black because it is skateboarding, it is a boy layout, so I did want to kind of put some boy things in there, even though I was afraid it might make my layout a little bit harsh. Okay, so that looks good. I have these orangish yellow ones, so I'm going to put that in, and I need to find one more. Now, does that work? I think this is a little bit dark up here, so I'm actually going to switch that for an orange. I think that looks a little bit better. I'm not liking both of these on the same side. So you can see this could take a long time, and of course I don't want two right there, so let's see here. We need another little star. We're getting there. I also have one of the chipboard ones, which actually just fell out because I had used it before. So there we go. That looks okay. Pretty good. I'm happy with it. Now, before I glue that down, I'm going to add in some more of the embellishments I picked out. This was from the Wish Big collection. It is a birthday one, but hey, I thought, you know, this was something big for my son, so I thought the balloon went well with it. And I wanted this yellow. The yellow in the Oh My Stars collection is not quite the yellow I was looking for. It's more an orangish color, so I pulled yellow from the Wish Big collection. I like to pop up stickers, embellishments, die cuts, whatever, with foam squares to give a little bit of a pop. And I want this to go right here because the boy is very green, as is the happy, which I like because there's so much more going on. Now, I have the yellow here. I want to tuck in this hip hip hooray under there. So, let's see here. I'm just going to leave it like that, floating for the moment. But you can see that I have a triangle started, and I'm really looking for something yellow up here. I found this yay, and I thought I could put it right about there. So now I have a visual triangle going on. The next one, I'm seeing blue, blue, and I kind of would like some blue up here. And I found this Wish Big tag, and I thought it would look well good right there because it was a wish that he had that he would learn to skateboard. So I thought that went well there. All right, I found these other, they are birthday things, but they're also encouraging. Fun times, time to celebrate, and hooray. And I thought this would all work well with my page about my little boy learning to skateboard, or pretending to skateboard. I thought maybe I could tuck this down there. I think that looks pretty good. I have this hooray. I'm not sure if that's getting too busy down here where there's really nothing up top. So let me see if I can put it up top. Okay, I think that looks better. And then I have this time to celebrate, and I don't know where or if I can get it on. I could possibly put this here and just take off the little tag part of it. Let's see how it looks up here. I think that's too big. So I'm going to switch this out and put the hooray back. I think I like that there, but I'm going to just cut off that piece. And there we go. So give me a minute to put all these down, and we'll take a look at any other final steps we might want to add. Okay, so everything is put down. I'm pretty good with it. I think everything is, it's a full page. I have a title, I have pictures, I have some embellishments. I did think about adding in these yellow puffy stars, and I like to use a calligraphy pen to get them off and put them where I want. I thought a little bit of yellow might look nice, and also some other texture, as so far I just pretty much had paper on here. Just kind of finding spots for them. Nothing real specific here, just looking for a place that could use a little bit more. I don't know if this is too big. I think these are too big. Yes, I'll put that back. So I'm just using the little guys to add in a little bit more of the yellow. And as I mentioned, more texture. And let me get one or two up here. I think that one's too big. I'm going to go for a smaller one. I found that when I use the calligraphy pen, it allows me to really move around and check the spots and not just have to go with something. If your finger is in the way, sometimes, you know, it's hard to figure out where you want something. Don't really know here. I think I'm going to go here. Okay, so that's enough of the little yellow stars. I was looking at this. This is the happy birthday stickers, the boy one, and I thought of putting the blue down here. But then I had out the sticker sheet from the Oh My Stars collection, and I was looking at the black and white, but the green caught my attention because there's this big green and then there's no more. So I think I'm going to pull this off, and I'm not going to need it all. Actually, I'm going to try to tuck it under the hip hip hooray. And this is why you shouldn't glue things down beforehand. There we go. All right, and I'm just going to rip it off there. But now it's, my pictures are kind of grounded, and I have the green here and there. And then make sure you save that piece. All right, I'm looking on here and I don't really see anything else I want to use. I thought about using these stickers and putting the year down here, but it seems so big. So I don't think that's quite gonna fit with what I've done here. So I think we're pretty much done. One of the things I always do is I add journaling to my pages, whether just a little blurb or a whole bunch. This page is pretty full, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to fit much in here. I like to use the Illustrated Faith pens. I have the 0.25 and the 0.65. I usually use the 0.65 for bigger things. I tend to stick with the 0.25 for writing in details. So, where to put them? Actually, I'm going to switch to the 0.65 because if I put that over here, it will show up. If I use the smaller one, it won't. So, put my little boy's name. He was learning to skateboard, or to stay on the board. And that was 2018, and I'll have to check on the month because I don't actually remember. All right, so there is my page. One other thing that I like to do sometimes, and I'm going to have to look at that a little bit, is I like to draw in pen lines. Just a thin pen line around. I probably wouldn't go over here because it's not going to really show up. It sometimes makes it feel like it's held into the page a little bit more, and I'm not sure if I think this might need that. So I'm going to look at that a little bit more before I add that in. But this page took 20 minutes, maybe more, probably less, I would think. Now, I did cheat. I had all these cut files already done. So when you create, I like to create with a photo block. I had my pictures picked out. I knew that I wanted them grouped together. I don't know why, but that was what I tried, and I really liked the way they laid on there. I had already thought about colors. I knew I wanted that turquoise color to be in there somewhere. When I make a page, I start with a photo block. Then I usually add in some sort of title or sometimes the 3x4 cards. And then from there, I embellish and think about coloring. And that's what I did here. And I found that it really speeds up my process by thinking of it in stages. So there are my 3 stages. There's my finished page. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you will check out all of the new cut files. This was Happy. This was, I think it might have said there was something else with the boy. Then the stars were another piece, and you can see I also cut out Hip Hip Hooray, and it cuts out really nicely because I am not very good with my silhouette. And there's Happy. And then of course all the stars. So if you go on the Silhouette site, look for the Bella Boulevard designs, you will find these. Thanks for joining me. Bye.